Hey everyone, it's Rita Desnoyers-Garcia from Becoming Awake and the Calm Mom Alliance. And as you know, I work with stressed out professional moms so that they can change the relationship to their life and feel like they can embrace and savor and love their life, even if it's for the first time. And I'm really excited to introduce you to my friend, Rae Beeman. She's an interior decorator and the founder of Rae Elizabeth Design. And she specializes in helping women just like you who are new to decorating to create homes that feel good and reflect who they are. Don't we all want that? And she also has a blog called Rae Elizabeth's House, where she shares approachable tips to make design feel doable and joyful. I know I need that. So, Rae, thank you so much for coming today and talking to me on this lovely summer day.
Thank you, Rita, for having me. I'm so excited to be here, and it's an honor. So thank
Excellent.
you.
So, as I told you before we started recording, this is not my wheelhouse at all. Like, I know a lot of things about women and being a mom and all that stuff, but decorating is not my strong suit. My husband is a lighting designer, so he did all the decorating. He picked out the colors. Of course, I had to approve. I got approval, but he kind of figured out all of that interior design stuff because he's got a designing type brain. I do not have that.
Mhm.
So I am excited about this conversation because the title that you gave me was You Deserve Pretty Too, because decorating is more than just throw pillows. And I love that because I would be like, oh, I guess just a couple throw pillows and we're done. Like, I just don't know enough about it. So I'm excited about this conversation and for you to share information and wisdom about, first of all, like, what's the power of all this? Tell me how you got into it and why it took over your life and why it's a passion for you and what's the power of your home and why all this matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Rita. So I'll just go ahead and thank you for the introduction. I'm Rae Beeman, and basically how I got into all this, kind of my backstory, I should say. I basically, like anyone else, started off and I just didn't know anything about interior decorating and design, things like that. And I guess it starts with when I got married and my husband and I got our apartment. And I'll be very real and raw with all of you guys. I struggle with depression
Mm.
very, it was it was pretty rough. It was rough, and that was definitely a journey for me and my husband going through that. But something that kind of like an aha moment over the years is that when I had my first apartment, it didn't feel like home to me. It didn't feel like this is mine. I belong here. This is my safe haven.
Mm.
It just felt like a hotel or something that I was staying at, something temporary or somebody else's, even though technically it is. It's this was my home, and it didn't feel like it. So that kind of got me up on this adventure of like looking up design and how I can, make it more like me. And it started off little by little. I didn't wake up one day and go, I'm going to make it more me. But I remember putting up little static clings and little pictures as we did adventures. And slowly I started almost lifting out of the fog a little bit. It didn't cure my depression, of course, but it really made me feel more grounded in where I was at.
Yeah.
And yeah, it really made me just feel like I belonged in my own home, and
Right.
I don't think that I'm alone in that.
No, I totally get that. I totally.
Yeah. So I think without realizing it, I was craving a space that felt like me. And I didn't know that. So and I didn't know where to begin. I was like, well, I don't have any experience with this. So I took a lot of time, classes, talking to people, things like that, education, just to learn how to do this. Something that though that stood out to me is that I'm seeing a lot of magazines, maybe other interior designers, just society in general are focused on just making it look good, making it look good to the masses,
Mm-hmm.
keeping up with the Joneses, that sort of thing. And I want to approach it a little bit differently.
Okay.
I want to approach it that you're decorating for you. You're decorating so that you're joyful, that you feel like you belong.
Yeah.
Don't decorate for the Joneses.
Yeah.
Don't keep
Yeah.
up with the Joneses kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to kind of turn the focus off of it just looking good, to the public, to how does it feel to you?
Yeah. This is such an interesting theme that you bring up because I've been hearing that in different ways. I've been hearing that in business, do business what the way it uniquely works for you. Health, it's not cookie cutter. One diet that works for one person doesn't work for another. And some people need more of this and less of that. You need to do it for you. So I'm hearing this in a lot of different, um, maybe this is just the new way of being, really, is uniquely curated ways for each of us because we're all different.
Hmm.
So I
Absolutely.
love that. I love that.
And it's a journey, like for real. You're gonna, I've, found out that there's, like you said, no one size fits all, just in life in general.
Yeah.
And that includes our home too.
Yeah.
And I've actually had some people, I had one comment one time, and a gal was saying, before my message was clear, she was saying, well, there's so many things going on, so many other important things, and our world is kind of on fire right now. Like, why interior design? And what it made me realize over the years is that again, it's not about necessarily how it looks, but about you and
Yeah.
how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah. And safety is so important. Like,
Hmm.
I was listening to a podcast about relationships, and they said the number one thing that women want is to feel safe, right? In relationships, right? And so if you don't feel safe in your home,
Hmm.
in your surroundings, and I'm not talking about 15 locks on your door and that, but just sort of comfortable and be able to be yourself. That's what we all want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's going to make you function better, and that helps the world.
It does. It does. Take care of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you're able to, then your what is it? Your cup is full, and then you're able to tend to your children and your mate and your family and your community and wherever else.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and that, yeah, like I'm a mom and I get the hustle and bustle and I get that, we're doing everything for everyone else
Yeah.
all the time, and sometimes in that whole rat race kind of thing, even though our families are so worth it, we lose ourselves
Yeah.
and we don't do things for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that can be really damaging.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm noticing it. I noticed I went through a part of that when I had young children. And now that I have grown children, I'm noticing it as I go through menopause and perimenopause. Is that's another inward, okay, you got to take care of yourself. Like you're number one on this. And you
Yes,
forget. And yeah, so if you're taking care of your health and you're taking care of your nutrition and you're taking care of your mental health, and of course that would bleed out into what's your physical environment? How are you how is that being taken care of and how is that supporting you?
absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Going off the agenda a little bit, because it just occurred to me. So the women in Common Alliance are stressed out professional moms. So
Mhm.
what would be, if you're stressed out, what would be sort of the first, second, or third thing that you would think about doing to your physical environment, to your interior design, in terms of just interior design or your physical environment that would help you just decrease your stress? What would you?
Mhm. So that's a great question, actually. And it's important to sometimes go slow, go and do small things,
Yeah,
especially if that's needed. And that's okay. That's
yeah,
okay. I would even recommend that. Um, that kind of goes with what I like to tell people is start small and meaningful. Okay. So even if it's like a corner of your house or a chair, a little shelf, just one little shelf. Take a little bit of time, whether you have an hour or you have 5 minutes, start small and then make it meaningful. Make sure make it cozy, make it reflect you, you know. And I like to call it like make your pretty corner. I like to do that. Just focus on your pretty corner. It doesn't have to be the whole house all at once or
right.
anything, because that's very overwhelming and that can be the
Yes,
opposite of
yeah,
what we want to do.
yes.
That doesn't create calm.
So,
But
yeah,
yeah, create that corner, create that little shelf, start small. Um, what that would be my big advice. But then I would also say if you're feeling overwhelmed about, well, I don't even know how to start with that. I don't know how to start at all. I would say pick one thing. I'm going to call it your anchor piece.
yeah,
Pick one thing, whether it's a pillow, it's a piece of artwork, even if it's small, anything that you absolutely love. A thing that has meaning to you, a thing that you love the colors of, that you love the whole palette, a
yeah.
thing that you love the textures. Take that one thing, your anchor piece, and kind of build your space around that one piece.
Oh,
Use the colors from that piece in your room.
okay,
Use the textures. Use the decorating style of it. You let that guide you
okay,
throughout your room.
okay. I love this. Okay, beautiful. This
Yeah.
reminds me of my husband's family's from Mexico, and one of the big things that they celebrate is the Day of the Dead. His
Hmm.
family not as much, but we did it last year. I felt very inspired to do it, so we made an altar on the dining room table, and we put
Hmm.
on the Day of the Dead altar. You put food, um, toys, objects, pictures of your loved one, what they liked, and it's a way to remember them. And I just remember doing it little by little. I kept adding to it little things. And then every time I walked in the room and I looked at it, I just felt good. I
Yeah.
felt like I was honoring ancestors, which was really great. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
really does. You can feel the emotional impact when you just change one little thing, because it wasn't huge. It was just like a little part of the room.
Yep.
It felt like, wow, this feels great. This feels really good.
Yeah. Like there's meaning here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It felt like me. Exactly. It wasn't generic. It was very personal. Yeah.
Yes.
I love
I
this.
love that.
This is great. And I work with, there's also practitioners in the group that do family constellation therapy. And one of the things they recommend is having an altar with objects from ancestors who have passed on to be like touchstones for you. And once
Yeah.
again, it's like literally on the ledge of the kitchen. I have things, no one even knows what they are, only I know what they are. And I kind of look at them and kind of like, good morning, good morning, good morning, you know.
Yes.
But
Hmm.
it's a very small thing, but it makes a huge difference. So
It is. It's big impact.
yeah, big
Very
impact.
big. Absolutely.
So I'm curious, just to inspire people, because they go, okay, start small. And okay, Rita had a couple of examples, but do you have an example of like a client you've worked with, a mom that maybe came in one way and then she made some sort of transformation or change because of her physical environment? Could you give us one of those stories?
Yes, absolutely. It's I've had quite a few of those, but one sticks out in my memory, and it's actually one of my first ones that I've ever done. And that might be part of why it was so big for me. But just to see her reaction was just the biggest reward. But we, this gal and I worked together on her bedroom, and she was telling me, she goes, man, like I work a lot, and my husband and I both work, and my bedroom is just not it for me. I go in there to go to bed. It is anything but calm. There's no tranquility in there. It doesn't feel like a place that I want to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel like, oh, I feel so good to be in here. She didn't have that. So we worked on her space, her bedroom, and I went over, okay, what's your budget? Because we got to stay within that. That's important. What's your style? And she filled out a questionnaire that I give my clients, just so that I know like what they're looking
Yeah.
for and everything. And we went off of that. But at the end, when it was all said and done, she wrote me the most beautiful email. And she said, I am tearing up as I'm writing this. She
Mm.
goes, but she goes, but I can't tell you how much this means to me. And she sent me pictures and it looks beautiful. And she said, I feel like this pours into me, that I know it's a place that I just sleep in, but it's so much more to me than that. And she goes, I feel more rejuvenated when I wake up. She goes, I don't know if that makes sense. She goes, but it does.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
goes, it's so much different for me. And she's like, she kept saying, I can't thank you enough. And
Oh,
it's really changed part of my life. So
that's
that was
amazing.
huge.
That is huge. That is huge.
Yeah.
I love that. So if people want to make these changes, they're like, oh, I really need this. What's the best way for them to start with you?
Okay. To start with me, I would say, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys, I have this freebie. It's called the Pretty Corner Guide. And it's basically I put together this guide, and it's kind of like what we talked about before. We're going to go through how to create even a small little space just for you. Okay, and that way it's all laid out, and like I give you some simple steps. It won't take very long, but that way at the end of it, you'll have this nice little pretty corner just for you. Peaceful, joyful little corner in your house, okay? And that will make a big difference. That'll make such a big difference. And I have my 3-step decorating method with that I'll outline in that. So I'll basically put it on so that if you would like to join my newsletter and join my little family, I'll give you that pretty decorating or that pretty corner guide, excuse
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And yeah, and I really hope that it, helps each and every one of us just kind of learn that we're worth it. We
Yes.
are so worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just, even if it's small, like we should do it. We should do it for ourselves. And so it is so much more than just how something looks, or, you know, if people, are like, wow, this looks amazing. If it feels good to you,
Yeah.
then it's a win.
It's like an energy thing. Like it resonates with you, right? Or you resonate with it, it resonates with you. There's a
Yeah.
resonance. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. I do have, I'll we'll make that available.
Yeah.
I also have like I said, I do the one-on-one
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
decorating as well. If you need some more help, I'm so happy to do that. I love doing that. And then I also have a mini course where I teach you how to be cohesive as well.
Okay, awesome. All right, good. So we'll put the link to your free guide for sure
Mhm.
in the description. And yeah, and then they'll be on your list and you can reach out to them or they can reach out to you. Is there anything that you want to say, anything that we didn't cover that you want to say before we close it up?
Hmm. You know, I basically, the whole reason I'm doing this, is basically because I want other women to kind of fast track what I went through. Whether you're struggling with depression or
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
we all need that boost. And I know what it's like to feel that way,
yeah.
you know, and I can sympathize. And my heart goes out to women who need that boost. And I want to teach them and come alongside them and tell them that they're worth it
I love
because
it.
they are.
I love your message. Sacred work. Thank you, Rae. Thank you for talking to me today. And ladies, if any of this resonates with you, please reach out to Rae and get her free guide and start making that pretty corner because you're worth it. So
Yes.
thanks, everybody. And don't forget to come into Calm Mom Alliance if you aren't already, and or sign up on my list and you can receive my emails too. All right. Take care, everybody.